of just trying to lift each other up and serve one another to, you know, allow things to happen in their lives and their business and our business has just been an amazing kind of gift that we've been giving through this pandemic, despite the fact that we've had to do all this through Zoom. Because I know that there are several people who have said directly to Tasha that this year, they've made some great strides, met some incredible people, incredible connections just through this group alone. So collaboration really, really is where that's where it's at.
Yeah, true. But we were talking about Samar defying the laws of age and gravity.
I got him. I got him. I got him.
Awesome. Okay.
Awesome.
So you guys, on this, I've just such a special treat for you today. And I don't how well each of you individually know Mr. Sage Harper, but he is just one of my most favorite people. And can I tell you, I've actually never laid physical eyes on him except through Zoom. So it's kind of crazy how both Rick and I are Sage Harper fans, 100%. I want to just tell you guys before Sage starts talking. Of course, he's going to tell you about his summit coming up. But I just, and you guys remember about No Agenda Business Chat, but I want to just say to you about Sage. You know, Rick and I were on a No Agenda last week and we presented and we did a presentation and all. And when you're talking to someone who does, you know, is an expert and he's in marketing and he's showing you, you know, and Sage was like, kind of, let's stay after the presentation, we stayed after and Sage gave us his critique or his advice and you know what was so amazing to me, like the things Sage had to say, he had zeroed in so completely into who, not only what we were trying to say or what he wanted to, you know, like was here trying to hear what we wanted to say, but just who Rick and I are as people, like where Rick's strength is, where my strength is, where it should be. I mean, it was such a kind of almost out of body experience for me to like hear him zero in so deeply on us, where I mean literally and you can ask Rick, and I think I told Sage too, like that was at 5 in the afternoon or whatever, and I said that's it, I'm done with work today, let's fix a cocktail and go out on the patio and just relish in everything that Sage just told us and how we can get better. And it was just this feeling of, you know, almost a little bit of euphoria. So that's who he is, and that's how he rolls, and that's what he does for his clients.
And that's my presentation today, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it so much. There's nothing I can say anymore. It's all downhill from here. That's where we're gonna go with this.
Stop. It's never downhill. Sage.
So if I can though, like,
can I just quickly say that I have to leave at 1.
Go ahead, Samir.
I just want to say that I have to leave at 1 p.m. So don't think that I'm rude or anything. I just have to.
Dude, I was just getting good stuff for you, bro.
I'm gonna record it. I'm recording. So.
All right, Samir, we need to have like a one-to-one one time anyway, because I want to learn more about your group. Plus, we see each other pop up all over the place, but we've never got a chance to really connect much.
Oh my God, you guys have to connect. You must connect. So anyway, so that's my little, you know, I gotta hand it over to Sage now, but you guys are in for a wonderful treat. And I am recording because there's not, I don't think there's been a time Sage has spoken that I don't record, just to make sure I don't miss any golden nuggets that
may I have screen share permissions?
Yes.
Please, my dear. So first and foremost, thank you so much. Rick and Natasha does an amazing job giving you guys this platform where all of you guys, there's someone in the waiting room. I got you, girl. I'm already getting put to work too. All right, so we got a new person coming in. So as I was saying, Rick and Natasha do a great job of getting us a platform where we can all come together and communicate. And that's what I love about all these. Samir sounds like he has his platform, Stephanie has hers, and you guys, what it all comes down to is we're all just trying to connect. We're all kind of in this crazy world together, and we're trying to just meet new people, deepen those relationships, find people we can work with, and hopefully like get that momentum that we need as a business to help provide for our families, right? That's ultimately why we're all here. Warren, you're on a unique journey as well. You're not necessarily here as a business person, but you're still making great connections, and you're still going through your own journey too. So I applaud you for coming here and spending the time with all of us today. So thank you so much. Today, I'm going to give you guys a sample of something pretty cool. So as Stephanie knows, and some of you guys know, I'm a strategic marketer. So what we do as Apollo, and my company is Apollo Marketing. And what we do is we help work with business owners where they are within their business and try to figure out what's working, maybe what's not working, and things that we can improve on. And we help bring a little bit of strategy back to those business owners. And the way we do that, first and foremost, is we help we have a very easy but very comprehensive marketing plan that we teach for business owners, and then we help outline for the business. Once we understand that portion of it, the marketing plan, we help outline what their sales funnel actually looks like. For most business owners, a lot of us, we do a lot of different marketing activities and we do a lot of different stuff, but not taking that time to really step back and look at that 500-foot view as how it all ties together. Is sometimes we just miss those things, or sometimes we don't really know how it's all connected. And sometimes some of us just do a great job at naturally sort of pulling those things all together. But some of us kind of miss that mark. So what I do is I help bring that back into businesses. And ultimately, when businesses, when we finish with our process, is they sort of know like, hey, here's my marketing goals. Here's my niche. Here's the way I can communicate to my niche. Here's where my niche spends their time. Here's how I'm going to go ahead and start interacting with them. Here's how I'm either going to act as a hunter or a farmer, right? And try to push that sales conversation. Being the hunter, being like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and try to help close this sale. It's like outside sales. So it's like if Anna, right, talk to a new person and they're like, Anna, I need yoga. Anna's like, cool, I do yoga. Let's talk about it. That's kind of like a hunter's mentality, right? Like that person has that need and they're in there. However, there's a lot of times we sort of work in that farmer's mentality as well. And what I mean by that is sort of like, hey, Anna might be a client at some point, but it's all like time, opportunity. Like, you got to be like when they're ready, right? Same thing with Rick and Natasha as well. They know that I'm going to be signing up for an ER shred at some point, but it's just that timing thing, right? It's that timing component. So as a farmer, what we do is we plant those seeds. We don't smother them. And then we slowly but surely sort of water that crop. We sort of appear in people's lives on a regular basis. When we show up, we bring that love and we bring that authenticity that, that sort of like, is us as a brand, right? And then slowly but surely we build know, like, and trust. And then the last thing is top of mind awareness, right? So when that person is ready to finally say, hey, you know what? All right, I'm Warren. I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to do something right now. And that timing's right. Then we're front of mind for those people. And we have that know, like, and trust. And you're like, man, who is that guy? Oh yeah, Rick's awesome. And he found the fountain of youth. That man's getting younger and younger every single day. I need to talk to Rick, right? And it's some of those type of things. So what we're trying to set up right now is we're trying to bring some amazing speakers to a summit. And this is going to be the first weekend in May. It's the 1st and 2nd of May. And it's a Saturday and Sunday. And this is an in-person event. I think people are tired of doing a lot of these Zoom calls and want to just meet people. And we're not where we should be as far as our sales goal for the summit, which is okay. We might be a little bit too soon, which is all right though, but we've still got a ton of interest on this. But what we've done is we brought one day of the summit purely talking about strategy and strategies, concepts for businesses. So then they have that foundation to say, hey, okay, based on our strategy sessions on Saturday, here's where I really need to be investing my time. And here's how I can really grow my business. Coolest thing about that is on Sunday, we have all of those speakers for all those different disciplines of marketing like actions that you can do that are speaking those on Sunday, to include Stephanie is going to be coming in there. All right, which how to have the proper language for how do you communicate to your audience as well. So there's a lot of really great knowledge in there to help you build that strategy first, and then to teach you how to do that implementation for you as a business. So that's what I'm talking about briefly. However, I don't just talk about something I hate being salesy. I want to bring the value. So if you guys are okay with it, I'm going to give you guys some value today, and we're going to actually interact back and forth. You guys down with that? You cool? All right, so I see some thumbs up on here. All right, All right, so here I'm going to share my screen. First thing I'm going to talk about is just the marketing summit. So this is the Small Business Marketing Summit. It's in 10 days now. It's in Westminster. It is in person, as I said. The whole first day for Saturday is we have sessions on defining your business goals, building your marketing plans, blueprinting your sales and marketing funnel. And we even have a panel discussion where we're going to have basically it's just you can ask the experts. And then the second day, we have breakout sessions, 4 different breakout sessions where we talk about top of funnel, like branding, print advertising, SEO, networking, lead magnets, Facebook ads. Then we talk about nurture in the afternoon where we have email automation, messaging with Stephanie, right? Promotional products, social media, building like and trust, and then video marketing as well. So we got some amazing speakers on this. But for today, what I want to show you guys is a little bit of a sample of my marketing plan training that I do for people. So if you guys are okay with this, we're going to talk about identifying who our niche is. So this is going to be interactive, and I'm going to pick on you guys just a little bit. It's not personal. It's just because I love you so much that I want to ask you some questions on this. So I kind of got an idea of a little bit of what everyone does on here. So, oh, now people are dropping like, you better not pick on me. I'm leaving. All right. So that's okay though. But what I want to ask you guys is the first thing we talk about is our target market and understanding who our niche really is. So I'm going to go around the room and I'm going to ask you guys individually, Rick and Natasha, you guys can come up with your own perspective on this, what your niche is and what you believe is your perfect customer. Does that make sense to everyone? Everyone get that? Warren, in your case, since you're not really like doing that kind of thing, I'm not going to pick on you, Warren. So you get to like silently judge everyone. All right. So good on you, Warren. So let me start off with.
I think you should pick on Warren.
Warren, are you a business owner? Did I miss that?
He's sharing ER Shred, and he's had the most powerful transformation. So
okay,
this might be.
Let me see how we're doing on time, Warren. I might. I don't know. We'll see. But I was going to save you there, buddy. I was throwing you a lifeline. Let me start off with Stephanie. So Stephanie, for your target market, can you identify and tell me what your target market is, like your niche?
Yeah, coaches, speakers, and trainers who get their clients through speaking and networking.
So coaches,
speakers and trainers.
Coaches, speakers, and trainers. All right.
Who get they get their clients through speaking and networking. Speaking and networking.
Okay. All right, Shay, you're up next.
Yes. Anybody who's ready to get out of debt, improve their credit, save. But I also will go even more, because I've done this with my SBA and SBDC counselor, go even more specific targeting. Used to be African-American women who were single between 25 and 50, couples. And then there was one other, I'm sorry, senior citizens. So.
That's fine. Be specific. I want to know all the details on this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Rick, how about you?
Sure. I mean, there's a few ways that I look at it.
That's right. Just pick one. Just pick one, that ideal one you want to pick. Natasha can pick another one. So you get the first chance to pick the one that you like the best.
Well, it's going to kind of sound like Shay. We're looking for people. I'm looking for people with their hands up in terms of wanting better health, and they identify themselves as wanting better health, or also wanting a way to create strategic income for their lives. And that's typically people who are, 35 and up, women and men who've had kids, who are going through, corporate America, their personal struggles, and have lost themselves a little bit. So those are the people who kind of stand out to me.
I like the descriptors. That was good. That was very specific. Thank you. Leora, you're next, my dear.
So
please come on off mute and describe your perfect niche, please.
So would be single professionals who are looking for relationships.
Okay.
Preferably, generally in the 50 to 70 age demographic.
50 to 70 age demographic. Okay, great. Great. Thank you. Anything else? Is that
Nope.
Okay? Wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Anna, you're up. You already came off of mute, so I love it, girl. Tell me about your niche.
I'll pick one for my
perfect.
yoga retreats, my couples and yoga retreats. I'm looking for people who are who have financial abilities to spend money to travel, who are between the age of 25 and 70, who want yoga and an experience that will challenge them to get out of their regular everyday life.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
that's a wide age range, but
Okay, so they love yoga and they're trying to like get out there more and sort of like
They
get it
don't
out.
necessarily love yoga, but they know that doing something different, like leaving their regular everyday and going to Sri Lanka and jumping off cliffs and then waking up at 6:30 a.m. on vacation to do yoga is going to make a new
I'm down with that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm a firm
Yeah.
believer that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. That's it, right? So
Yeah.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
And then Natasha, we're saving the best for last. Warren, you're okay, buddy. I'm a little bit out of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and you're good. So Natasha, go ahead. Tell me, what's your perfect niche?
So I really, you know, the thing of the ages and all is one thing, but I really people, and what Rick was saying of people having their hands up, but communities that, you know, do a lot, like teachers who are educators and they generally aren't taking as well good care of themselves, or nurses who are also, you know, they're nurturers and all, and they need to take care of their own health, plus, you know, income might not be, so the whole referral, community referral based, you know, building communities of these places, even entrepreneurs or small business owners who are like, you know, looking really busy building their own business, but they need to stay healthy doing that. And they need to have that padding income that is there on the side by just, you know, teaching other people to all, you know, just sharing the idea of being healthy in that way. So
Awesome.
that's kind of my niche. And I don't want to pick on Warren either, but I just love Warren's enthusiasm, and
Warren, do you want to go? It's your call, buddy. Do you want to participate? You're okay listening?
You're muted.
It's fine. I can read his lips. He's like, nah, I'm cool. It's a nice day out.
Mine's will probably mirror Rick's, other than the fact that I'm just looking to kind of pass it forward based on the ER shred and getting people healthy, and potentially, if they're interested, create some residual income, which I'm working on that for myself as well. That's where I'm headed with mine.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Warren. Thank you. Okay, guys. So here's what I heard of from you guys in general. I heard you guys describe this as people having a physical problem or a physical thing where they're trying to go. But did you guys, in defining your niche, how many of you guys really talked about the emotions of your niche? You guys we kind of missed that a little bit. So let's understand this real quick. When we buy something, do we buy something based on logic and our brain for something that we need? Like, I need to get a wrench, let me go get a wrench. Or do we buy things based off of something that we want and more on emotions?
Emotions.
Absolutely. So when we define our niche, if we're just defining the physical problems, are we missing an opportunity to understand what truly is driving them?
Absolutely.
So you guys, do you guys understand the psychology of sales is based on just two basic principles? That's it. The psychology of sales, two basic principles. Either we're running away from pain and we're trying to fix something because this pain is so out of control. I've had it. Look at this. I've lost all my hair. I'm going to fix this problem, right? Or running towards something we really want, not need, want, right? We call this our desires, right? This is that psychology of sale broken down to the simplest two things, all right? We're running away from pain or running towards something we really want, right? In this case, all right, I'm tired of being overweight. I'm tired of being tired. I want to be able to be there for my family, right? And I don't want to feel helpless. I don't want the family to worry about me when we're trying to do activities because they think that I can't keep up with them. I don't want to feel useless as a man in my house. Do you think all those could be drivers for an ER shred? All right, Leora, all right, I'm tired of being lonely. I'm tired of trying all these platforms and none of them really understanding who I am because I'm a complicated individual. I can still fill out a 50-page survey on what they think that I like, but they still don't understand who the basis of I am. So I'm feeling helpless. And you know what? Maybe I'm just feeling that there's no one out there for me, or maybe I'm feeling that I'm not good enough. Do you think that might be a driver?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? All right, Shay, I'm tired of people telling me around me that, oh, we're all in the same bucket. We're all here. I'm tired of feeling helpless with my financial control of my life. All right. I'm tired of seeing other people that I know that live in other areas that are living the best version of themselves. but I'm just trying to make sure I can get food on the table for my family. Do you think those are drivers? Yeah, big emotional drivers, right? Right. Anna. Right, for yoga's a little twist on here. I haven't done one of you yet, so I got to think about this one for a second. All right, think about the emotions behind these kind of things, especially if we're thinking about trips, right? All right, all these things for me maybe sound too exotic, maybe they sound too much, maybe they sound something that's inaccessible for me because Sri Lanka, oh my gosh, I don't even know where Sri Lanka is. Do they even like Americans there? Like, whoa, what's going on, right? All right, that might be some of those things, or it might be like, oh my gosh, Sri Lanka, it must be way too expensive. It must be out of reach for maybe someone like me to be able to do some of those things, right? There's gonna be different things that are in there, all right? Who did I miss? Stephanie, business coaches, all right? I am tired of having, right, wonderful conversations with people, but nobody converting into sales, all right? I have so many people going through my pipeline, but I'm not converting anything, all right? I must not be good as a business owner. I don't think I'm good enough to do this. Maybe I need to find something else to do. What do you guys think? All right.
Yeah, I feel
So
you.
when you guys are thinking about your niche, we're going to go dive into this right now. You have to understand where their pain is, where their desires are, and what their fears are, because fears translate into what? What do the fears translate into, guys? It's one word, starts with an O. Anybody? Stephanie, you can do it because you've done this. No, it's not overwhelm.
Opportunity.
I was thinking
translating objections.
Objection.
Spiritual
Overwhelm.
objections. What's holding you
Right.
back? Sometimes we have this limiting mindset where we're just limiting beliefs on there and we're holding ourselves back, right? But those are our fears. Those are objections. Well, I don't know. That costs too much. Really? Is it about price or is it about something else? Peel those layers of the onions back. When you really understand who that person is as a core, you'll understand it might not be about price at all. It's really about they fear that they're just not going to be successful. You know how many different programs I've tried to help lose weight? And look at me, dude. I'm even heavier than I was before. How do you think that you're like have the audacity to know what could help me? These are fears, right? So we need to understand those things. So let's really work on this, because you guys, if you can understand these things about your perfect niche, then you're going to be like Stephanie, and you can go to Stephanie and help communicate properly to them, because it's not the physical problem we want to communicate. It's the emotional problem we want to communicate. You guys make sense? Everyone on board?
Yeah.
Learn something cool.
Makes a lot of sense.
Orlando, you're here just in time, buddy. And I get to pick on you because you're late. All right, so let's run into this. So our niche, ready? So our niche. Here's what I want you guys to all think about it. If you have a pen and paper, start writing some of this stuff down. I promise you, all right, this is going to help you clarify your messages later on. So your niche are your people. All right, this is like, who do you talk to? Who's that best client out there? And we already have an idea in this. So you guys have already talked about this a little bit. But the next thing I want you to think about is, what are the problems that they're currently facing? All right, what are the problems that they're facing? Is the problems is that they're always feeling injured and they have no flexibility, and standing up, all right, is something they have to make a conscious effort of, right? All right, that's a problem. Could yoga fix that? Heck yeah, right? Flexibility, right? Getting your body more like work on your core. Oh my gosh, right? So what are their problems they have? And when you think about the problems, I want you to think about 3 problems, all right? The physical problem, you guys already talked about. You guys have a good handle on that, all right? We want to think about the emotional problem as well, or the subconscious problem that they have. So take a few seconds and think about the subconscious problem or the emotional problem that all of these people are facing. And go ahead and write some ideas down. What do you think? I gave you guys some kind of ideas. If you didn't remember, Natasha is recording this. You can play it back later. And hopefully they were good ideas. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. And then last thing, the philosophical problem. All right. And a philosophical problem. Everyone should be able to have movement in their life. Everyone should be able to move, right, without feeling pain in their life. Everyone should have the flexibility to get out to go do the things that they want to do. All right. Rick, all right. Everyone should be able to take that journey, right, to be able to have their own fulfillment in life and to do the things and keep up with their families. Everyone as a grandfather or as whatever in life has like the philosophical, all right, has, right, should have that innate ability to keep up with their grandkids, right? Shay, all right, everyone, every single person on there, all right, philosophically, right, should be able to live a life where they don't have to worry about money. That's just a basic philosophical problem right there. right? And if they do, something's wrong, right? Leora, right? The philosophical problem, there's someone out there for you. There really, really is. Maybe this is something from Hope that we look at, right? That's it, philosophical, all right? Stephanie, philosophical problem we have on there is that everyone should be able to communicate properly to people. Everyone should be able to help, be that best version of themselves for whoever they're trying to talk to, and find those right words to help bring that out of them to be that best person, right? And who did I miss? I missed anyone? All right, so I'm going to move on here. So this is the problem, is what you think about. Remember, it's not just the physical problem. Most businesses and business owners, we all talk about the physical problems, but the physical problems do not drive us, right, to have a sale. That is not part of the psychology of sale. It's pain and desires. All right, the next thing we talk about is their pain. All right, what is it that they're facing on there? We actually went in more detail on that one already, so I skipped ahead a little bit. The next thing is their fears. So here's the deal. All right, we said that they're here right now. Why haven't they fixed this yet? What is stopping them? Some people, it might be money. Some people, it might be a limiting belief that they feel they're just not good enough. Some people, it might be that you know what? I'm already 50 years old. I'm pretty set in my ways. I don't know if there's anyone out there who can deal with my baggage. Hello, do you know anything about me? I'm a hot mess, right? Leora, maybe you've heard some people say that one before. And I know, thank God, I found someone who's like happy with my hot mess, because I'm a hottest mess out there, right? So, those kind of things, right? We're all kind of like that in our own ways. Shay, their fears. You know what? I don't want to spend money on something else again that all I'm doing is spending money and then getting a worse situation where I was before, all right? Or I don't have the time for this, all right? Do you really think that you can help me fix this? You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know me, right? So these are the fears. These all translate into objections. You guys need to understand your objections and why they haven't fixed this yet. The more that you can talk about this ahead of time, the more you head those off. Last thing, their location. I'm going to skip the location right now. We're going to talk about the desires. What do they want? All right. And what I think about is this. All right. Here's the deal. Your ideal niche. Everyone, if you can, look at me just for 1 second. All right. Your ideal niche is here. Here's where they're at today. Here's where they want to go. They have not done that because there's this big gap here. Maybe it's full of alligators. All right. Some people hate alligators. I think alligators are cool because I grew up in Florida, but I'm okay with that. But some people, alligators stink. All right. Or maybe it's a huge chasm, right? Why haven't they built that bridge to get where they want to go yet? All right. That's the desires. So think about this. You need to know their pain. You need to know where they're trying to go. And when we think about the desires, it's not to get promoted. It's not that. Again, it's on the emotional level. All right. I want to feel like I'm a man again. All right. In my own weird head, that's, maybe that's one for Rick right there. Shay, all right. I just want to not get anxiety when I think about money. Right. So Anna, I want to be able to move around like I did when I was back in my 20s, right? When I just got out of the army. Right? I want to have that freedom of life where pain doesn't drive my decisions. Yeah. Leora, I just want to find someone who compliments me. Right. That's maybe as simple as that one. Right. What do you guys think? Does this all kind of make sense?
Yeah.
You guys getting some good value out of this so far? All right, so let me keep going on here. So the last thing is the location. You guys, as business owners, you guys need to understand the location of this person. And I'm not talking about, oh yeah, they live off of 70, in the upper corridor or whatever in Mount Airy or something like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, where do they spend their time? Every single one of you guys have a slightly different niche, and every single one of you guys, based on that niche of who you're thinking about, they all spend their time different places. Some of you guys, where they spend their time? They spend half of their time at PTA meetings and the other half of the time on the side of a baseball field helping their kids out, right? Some of you guys they spend their time driving around all day long, right? Oh, some of you guys have, Shay, you might have someone where they spend time and they're saying, you know what? A lot of people that are in the situations they're stuck in, they're spending their time working maybe 2 jobs, maybe 3 jobs or something like that. They're trying to just keep up. Warren, right? For years, since you're trying to get a different audience, maybe some of these people spend their time doing like volunteer activities or like VFWs or American Legions or someone on the lines, or maybe Rotary or one that, they're out there doing things. Leora, girl, I don't know your niche well enough, so I don't know where they spend a lot of their time. I'm sorry, I wasn't a huge amount of help on there. But so you guys think about that location on there, because if you understand their location, they're going to understand where you need to go to reach your audience. That's where you need to spend your time. All right. Some of you guys might deal with like trades people, like trades associations or trades people. Maybe they do a lot of association things, or maybe they do a lot of volunteer events, or maybe they help do like Habitat for Humanity and help build houses or something like that. All right. Get in there, get in that audience. You don't need to spam them. You're not there to sell to them, but you're helped to be part of their lives. That's what you're trying to do. You're helped to be there to be that connection. So you guys, that's it for my target market. That's what I wanted to talk about just today. The very next step that you need to think about then is, now that you understand your target market, can you adjust your message to speak to their pain and their desires? You guys understand? It's a much deeper relation and a much more relevant relation than just talking about to their physical situation. You guys, that's it for my presentation right now. This is just a sample of my one-page marketing plan. If you'd like to be part of this training and get this training, you can come to the Marketing Summit, which is May 1st and 2nd, which I'll go ahead and show you the site again. Give me 1 second. Actually, I'll put the site in chat. Or you can sign up for this independently and just reach out to me and say, Sage, I want to do the one-page marketing plan with you. I charge $250. It's a lowest cost investment that you can make, that you're going to clarify your message and actually know where you need to go and how you need to communicate with these people. It's a very, very, I think, amazing value for businesses. Guys, I hope you got a lot out of this. Thank you, Natasha, for letting me speak today.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And anybody have any questions and comments for Sage?
Can you hear me okay?
Hi, Orlando, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'm so sorry for being late, and I'm also sorry that I have to hop off about 10 minutes before
We're hopping
you
off before
conclude. But oh, you're hopping off before I do. Okay, all right. But Sage, I want to say that was excellent. I'm sorry I came in late into your presentation. I was just kind of going down my list of how this works for me. Just very briefly, I don't know if this is the right time, but I just want to plug it into your particular marketing metrics. My business is helping people with non-repayable down payment and closing cost assistance to find home. Their pain is that they are renting, they want to be able to purchase a home, but either credit is an issue, either student loans are an issue, either maybe even bankruptcy, something of that nature is an issue. So they feel a barrier to going from saying that even if I'm making a pretty good income, these could be issues that prevent me from being able to become a homeowner. I really want to be a homeowner. I want to live the American dream. So I'm kind of take your outline here, which I think is fabulous, and I'll plug it in so that I can be more targeted in my own efforts to really drive this point home, because there's a huge market of people who need to know about non-repayable down payment and closing cost assistance available to help people transition from rentership to home ownership. And that's the goal, that's the drive, that's the mission of our organization.
Absolutely. Orlando, just remember this, and all of you guys remember this. All right. None of you guys are the hero in this story. Your customers, your prospects are the heroes. What you're there to do is just to offer to be a guide for them. You're there just to say, hey, I understand that you're kind of here, and this is how it's making you feel. I understand this is where you want to go because this is what it allows you to do. Right. I can possibly help you build that bridge together. Right. And we can help take that journey together. Orlando, a lot on yours though, too. I imagine there's a lot of teaching you have to do because people don't know what they don't know. Right. Absolutely. So think about that as well in there. Think about the motivations and what they can be feeling behind the teaching. And I imagine there's a lot of anxiety. Right. Sure. I know my wife, when I go in, there's certain things that we do for like sales things, such as when we're going out, we have to get a different car or something like that, or even shopping phones. There's so much on these things that she just doesn't know what she doesn't know on there. And she just gets a lot of anxiety on those things. So that you might find that that's some of the driving forces on there too. So if you speak to that anxiety ahead of time, and you can disarm that anxiety, I think you're going to resonate with those people a lot better. Any other questions or anything like that for you guys?
So yeah, I totally resonate with that part of the anxiety part, because like when there's something we don't know enough about, and it's how it's explained to us as well. So I think that's something that I've had to kind of learn. I think we all probably have in our way of how to really listen to that audience. Like, who are you talking to? So like to be able to be like sensitive about,
empathy, guys, empathy. You guys gotta dial up that empathy meter.
Yeah, because I relate to what you just said, like with your wife. I cannot stand going to Best Buy, and I cannot stand going to buy a car. Like those are the places, you know, because I don't know enough about electronics and I don't know enough
And
about.
I can't stand going shopping because I don't know what joggers are or
Yeah.
jeggings, or I don't know what all these different things are. These things just intimidate the heck out of me, girl. I'm with you.
Yeah. So that really resonates to me, just trying to find, and then humanizing it and really using our personal experiences. And, you know, I think that's why we tell our stories, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone else have any questions or anything that like you need me to clarify or anything that you want to talk about with regards to what I was saying?
Sage,
No,
I was just
Sage,
going to say that, am I interrupting someone?
Go ahead. Warren
No,
was
go ahead.
talking as well.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Rick.
Warren. Go ahead, Warren.
No, I was gonna say my last 2 years with Dominion Energy, I was in a superintendent level and was a bunch of us that were assigning leadership coaches to accelerated leadership. So I don't know if you ever heard of it or not. But anyway, you touched on something about meeting people where they're at. That's kind of what I got out of their location. So you kind of got to get down, depending on what level they're on. You got to get in there with them, I guess is what you were saying. But and you know, I was assigned a leadership coach at 58 years old. And you said something about not engaging at a certain age in life. Well, I can tell you, I appreciate your presentation, Dave, because I learn something every day. I'm 61 years old, and I don't think you ever stop learning. So appreciate your presentation.
Of course.
Thank you, Sage.
Of course. Thanks, Warren.
Yep.
Rick?
That's great, Warren, and I agree. I think it was a great presentation. And Sage, what I was going to say was, I think, you know, everybody, or at least a lot of folks I know on here, one of the great values they have is being able to create those relationships, you know, because I think that's where it starts, is like you have to, because there's, you know, all of us know that there's so many distractions. There's so many choices out there, you know, there's in all of our businesses, there's somebody else who's got a better this, better that, or easier, or, you know, or it can be happen faster. So I think just that trust piece is one of the biggest things, being in that know, like, and trust, and really empathizing with people so that they really, and I you know, I applaud my wife. I mean, I live with her, so I know that, you know, she can be on calls for hours with people just because they love her, trust her, and she has that ear for them. Me, I couldn't do that. That's just not what I could do. But I do understand that that's the process of at least establishing that baseline of relationship first, because otherwise you're just another salesperson, or you're just somebody else who's just trying to get something out of them.
And I think also leveraging, I mean, Rick brought up a really good point here, like with the people we work with and we're around, you know, the reason I love our Wealth Through Wellness, the community and everything so much is I get to have people in there who have the strengths. Like you don't have to have them all. Like Rick was saying, you know, I love talking to people. I love learning who they are. I love the excitement of what they say they want to be and the possibility of being there, you know? And so that really just like lights my fire, you know? And then, you know, when you partner with people, like there's Anna who comes in with, you know, the yoga side and the movement side, or there's, you know, the different people within, you know, Rick is my researcher. He's the nerd. He's the geek, you know, I'm not going to do all that. But I feel that is so much part of it. Warren, you know, just heartfelt, straightforward, you know, but he's got, people will listen to him. They might listen to me and say, oh my God, she's crazy. She's a dreamer. She's out there. Warren is like, you know, down to earth. And so it's just, I love that. I love collaboration.
Speaking Stephanie's world, Stephanie on here, and Tasha is very, very high nurture, and Rick is very, very high knowledge and blueprint. It's very, very, very prevalent between the two of you guys.
They tend to get married.
Yes, yeah, right. You guys, a lot of what I took out of today's conversation, I've learned. I didn't know all these things. I read a lot. Here's one book I want to tell you guys, if you guys ever want an amazing book to read, Donna Miller, Marketing Made Simple. It's not that big. It's so good. And he teaches us a lot of these kind of things. And he teaches us the framework on how we should be able to craft our messages. Once you have that framework, if you're struggling to pick the right words to make sure that you're resonating properly with your audience, you guys need to have a one-to-one with Stephanie. Her bank, she teaches bank methodology, and she's a phenomenal coach. Shameless plug, Stephanie.
That's
She's amazing.
awesome. No, I'd love to. We need to connect, Stephanie. And I think I was involved with Bank with You. I got on there. There was a free class you were doing, or something that was happening, and our schedule didn't. I was missing things, and I saw so much of it. Looked amazing, and I was like, I'm missing. So I'd love to chat with you again for sure.
You guys, I have to drop. I'm sorry. I have something at 1:30.
No.
Thank you, everyone.
So
I
much.
hope you guys got a lot of this. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Sage, you're amazing.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
See you
Sage.
next time.
Bye.
Hopefully-
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sage. Bye.
All the best. Lots of love.
All right, guys. I think that was signing off, everyone. Have a great day, guys. Get outside.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Get to the beach, Orlando.
I know. Orlando's in Portugal.
He's in Portugal. He's on the water. Get to the
We'll,
water.
we'll
man.
do.
Anna,
We'll do. We'll do.
see you, honey. We're getting off. We're just
Bye. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye-bye.
bye, honey.
Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everybody.